寂しがり屋さんだから。そんなことないよ。本当かよ。うわあ！何？
Hello AEM, time to develop a real-time SVG font render for GPU. Nope. Just a texture on a shitty mesh. Just a texture on a shitty mesh. And this is gonna represent This heart is going to be the icon for the player's HP. Pixelated textures. It's just a placeholder. Oh, the text is flipped. It's kind of going the wrong way across the paper. I guess that doesn't really matter. The texture is kind of pixelated though, isn't it? Oh yeah, I can change the alpha threshold of this. Make it thicker. There we go. Alright, and now we're going to make this interactable. I also think I'm going to start trying out audio. I want to see how the spatial audio is in Unity. Honestly, actually, I think I'll do that first before making that interactable. Why can't I make this minimized? There we go. Oh, so that uses a sprite renderer instead of image renderer. I'm just thinking actually how do I want this laid out? where should I put the... Where should I put this? How would I anchor this to the top of the screen? So now even when I change this... Oh yeah, okay. I really like that anchor system. Nice. So I think we're gonna give the player... Okay, actually, I'm gonna program this. I'll set this up so it creates as many hearts as the player has HP. I'm also thinking we're gonna start on some sound effects. I'm gonna open up free sound. It still didn't create, still doesn't create that many. So I'm gonna put a bounding box on the fireplace because I forgot to do that before. I wonder, I should have looked at actually where it's instantiating the, what's it called, the hearts. So I think I'm gonna make this so that the player can walk into the fire a little bit and maybe hurt himself. Let me guess, it's creating the heart in the base tree and it can't render those there because they're not parent of the UI. Yep. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Okay. Okay, how do I set the parent? Oh, okay, you can instantiate it with the parent. Nice. Oh wait, we also need to move them to different positions. I think I need to convert this to a rect transform. And then what do I set again? Position X. So maybe I can just do this with the regular transform. So it's the base position. 32 plus I times 32. Set it all at once. There we go. Okay, it looks like they're in the wrong spot. Why is the position 522? Alright, I think I don't know what position X is. I'm gonna output it just to see. Heart prefab transform. Let's see what the X position is, and then we probably need to actually get the rect transform. No, they're both equal. Alright, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. I was thinking about this heart UI, and I actually think I also want to add an animation to it. I think having the hearts like beating would be really cool. Gonna put some music on. Okay, let's try to figure out what actually sets this position. Anchored position, the position of pivot of this transform relative to the anchor point. This is probably it, the anchored position. Basically guarantee it. Yep, that is it. Okay. Okay, so now that should spawn the hearts in the correct position and make them beat. Object reference not set to instance of object. Oops. Wrong reference. Alright, now it should do that. Alright. I feel like I should maybe do a custom curve for this as well. Like your heart doesn't beat... I don't know, whatever. Shouldn't put too much detail into this. Alright, that's actually not displaying 100% correct, I just realized. Ah, that shouldn't be I-1. 32F plus I-1. Oh wait, it should be 32F and I times 40. I also feel like the heart icons might be too big. Yeah, I definitely feel like the heart icons are too big. What if I try giving these random rotations? Oh, I rotated the wrong axis. Alright, now I'm gonna get some sound effects. I want some sound of glass breaking. And I think I'm gonna try to put a shadow under this. Hold on. I think Unity includes a shadow. Yeah, nice. There we go. That looks nice. Okay. So I'm gonna add that. I should maybe add that to the interaction as well. Okay, so what I actually, one of the things I want to test and learn today is how good does Unity's audio system work? So, I don't know how much I want to rant about this, but I have heard, so you'll often see in tons of games, even made with Unity, we use the audio engine WWise or FX Audio or something else. Like, basically, people find that Unity's audio engine isn't that realistic and is missing a bunch of features, so they use these other services. And so, like, honestly, I'm not certain if that's true or not, or if people just like those services better. So today, I'm going to try to figure out how nice does Unity's 3D audio or spatial audio sound. So I know that you can completely customize attenuation. So I'm looking for a CC0 of smashing glass. That's really good. We're using this one. Log into download, okay. What account did I use to sign up for this? I'm confused. This 3-second audio file is 1 megabyte. Excuse me? Excuse me? 3 seconds. 1 megabyte. Am I doing my math wrong, or is that as messed up as I think it is? Alright, at 44,000 kilohertz with floating point, which would be 4 bytes per thing for 3 seconds, would still only be half a kilobyte. What? Oh, I guess then... Yeah, I guess that adds up when it's non-mono. That's crazy. It's actually crazy. Now that I look at this, though, I think I should edit this so that it has less of a more attack. It doesn't have this big gap at the beginning. Oh yeah, is it also different? Where's the loop button in Audacity again? Shift plus space. Alright, that's good. Wait, what the hell? That was playing out of my microphone audio. Wait, did this break OBS's audio? This isn't playing. Oh, there we go. There we go. It wasn't playing in OBS. Dude, Unity's spatial audio is actually pretty good. Like, it literally has... Yeah, it has proper logarithmic... Dude, Unity's built-in spatial audio works fine. That's actually really nice. Like, at least with my headphones, it's fully directional. That's cool. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that audio. That's nice. I think what I want is an audio occlusion system, though. So what I want to have is, like, I want to have a wind source audio out here. But then, when you're, like, standing in a place where it's occluded, you can't hear it. I think, honestly, the easiest way would just be to program... Like, how do I check if the player's outside? I guess I could do some raycasts around the player. I'm going to make a wind effect right now. Hey, said who? I'm not doing music. I'm doing sound effects for the game. Getting a wind sound. Not working for a few days so I can be on computer and work on my project. Nice. Hamza, still your project? It is a nice wind sound. It's a free VST. Alright, let's see if that worked. I've never tried this synthesizer before. Ooh, that's actually pretty good wind sound. That's like a really good wind sound, man. Yeah, so this is the game so far. Okay, I should turn off that. So that was me testing 3D audio. Unity actually has pretty good 3D audio, which is surprising because so what I talked about is so many Unity games use these other third-party solutions like Wise Audio, and so big companies using those makes me go, oh, they're using that because Unity's built-in audio isn't that great. But it actually works fine. So we got our little house here with a bottle of drunken vodka in the corner. And we got a fireplace. And we've got a note. And this is going to be your the beginning of the game. You got to pick up this note. And yeah. I think I might program it so that you can't leave the house until you've picked up the note. But yeah, it's setting up a whole bunch of like basic game stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the graphics so far. The goal is to just like not create my own stuff and just try to well, I mean, not create my own art and stuff, but like, or create my own art and stuff, but not try to program my own lighting engine and do all of that. Just do some basic stuff. Alright. So, I think the next thing is actually to, actually, I'll add the wind noise, or I'll try to add the wind noise. I'm just thinking, how would I do this? Wind. I guess this isn't even necessarily 3D because wind is all around you. So the thing that I'm trying to figure out with this is that, okay, that's weird, it's not playing anything. I wonder if it's still doing, hold on, spatial blend, spatial, wait. Let me read this. See how much this audio source is treated as a 3D source. 3D source is affected by spatial position. If 3D pan level is 0, all spatial attenuation is... Wait. 3D pan level. Where is 3D pan level? Is it stereo pan? Faded up and down. All spatial attenuation is ignored. So wait, oh my god, I'm dumb. I have this disabled. Okay. So now how do I make this? How should I make this enable and disable or get quieter based off me being in the house? Like, I'm not sure if I want to manually... So here's what I'm thinking, is it's like, do I want to manually program you being in a house or being in a thing? Or should I try to program something that, like, checks if stuff is above you? I think I'm just gonna program it that, actually, hold on. Let me try this audio reverb zone. I've never tried these reverb zones, and who knows, maybe this can do kind of what I want. I think this actually makes audio bounce around and get louder, which is the opposite of what I want. Preset, generic, drugged. Distance from the center point, of which it'll have the full effect. So let's see, room effect, high frequency, low frequency, decay time, reflections, reverb amount, density, diffusion, density, the late reverb decay. No, I don't think so that this can do what I want. Let me look this up. Unity quiet audio zone. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make a trigger system where So what I was saying before about raycasting is I could send out a raycast either up from the player and check if something's above him and that he's in an enclosure, or I can send out some raycasts in each direction checking if something's blocking each wall. But then I could also create a trigger volume where when you step in and out of here, it makes it loud and quiet. But then the issue is with that you might have some, like, it's almost inconsistent where you instantly go from like one to the other. Whereas if you raycasted it, it could actually be like as you step out here, it kind of attenuates naturally right between here, and if you were like under trees, the raycast solution would be like, I don't know how to describe it, like would be able to, like, standing beside the house would make it more quiet because you would actually be in shelter from the wind. I actually feel like that's a really good system. So now I'm thinking about how would I program that? Like, I mean, I know what I want to do. I'm going to send out rays from the player, but I'm thinking, how do I want to organize that into C# classes? Do I want to send them out directly from the player class here? Okay, well, I'm going to need... I don't know if this would be under gameplay or utility. Probably gameplay. I think I'm going to call it ambient audio source, or audio occlusion, or occluded audio source. No, wait. Yeah, just audio occlusion. Sounds like ambient occlusion. Sounds nice. So here's what I'm thinking about this that's really nice. You can send out the rays from the player. You can just send out like 5 or 10 rays, and that's all you need to send out, even if you have 100 audio sources. And then you save those rays, and you can actually look up how close they get to the audio sources. And so then if it's like non-3D, like the wind, it's not based off direction, it's just based off how many times it's blocked, which is very nice. Do 3D audio that way too. Yeah, I was actually thinking about having to program 3D audio today, because that's one thing that I think is absolutely necessary to get a good... this is going to hopefully be like a horror game that scares people. And 3D audio is really good. Or, like, really necessary. So now the question is... how do I do this? So I need to send out the audio rays once. I need to see if there's a way for me to get the main audio listener. Because if there is, then I can just send out the rays from, oh my god, I just remembered a bug in my code that I never fixed. I can get the main audio listener and just get that, and I don't need any data from the player if I'm able to just get the main audio listener. Keep it simple, just have like 6 rays, bottom, top, and 4 directions. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, yeah. I'm even thinking just doing top, like hemispherical. We will see. Alright, so the bug here is that this relies on this coroutine running. But then if this is disabled, you can't guarantee that the coroutine is running. So I actually need to keep track of private bool hosting coroutine and then if this one is 0, then we start it. Okay. And then when we remove it, if this one is hosting the coroutine, and there's another culling volume left. Hero Say started also writing an MSDF font renderer. Looks nice even for small text. Do you know what size glyphs he's using? Like how large glyphs he needs to get decent quality? I calculated that even with like 32 by 32, you would get really good quality. So I'm thinking of, I'm pretty confident that SDFs are going to be how I'm going to go with my text rendering. Okay, I'm going to be honest, that actually doesn't look like it has full anti-aliasing. Can you see that in it? It kind of has it's not completely anti-aliased. It's nice. This looks about the same as TrueType looked to me. Probably just the filtering. Yeah, that's the other thing. So many things can go wrong if you're rendering it through OpenGL. You can pass it through filtering afterwards. Can you start a coroutine? Unity start coroutine from other script. Will it automatically take this script? Oh wait, I think you can just do it. It looked good, makes me more confident in my project because I don't really look much into smaller fonts. And how to make it look good. He's just doing what I was going for. That's the thing, if it's really easy to use and it's like, it's easier to use than TrueType but looks as good as TrueType, that's really nice. Surprisingly good, man. He's doing MSA and shader basically when sampling the texture, which is the same as what I was doing. Nice. That probably makes you, yeah, I definitely see how that makes you more confident in your method. I was literally just about to say, and that probably makes you feel better about you doing it that way. Cannot be accessed with instance reference. Wait. This is a static coroutine. Can you actually execute static coroutines? Unity static coroutines. Oh my god, this is my answer to static coroutine, no object. Okay, you know what? I'm just testing how this works. We're putting debug.log here, and we're just gonna check if this is executing. And we'll see if when we disable it, if it keeps executing. Huh, it's not even executing. I was thinking of going back to rasterization. There's so many benefits to this, especially for document readers. It's literally just superior. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically this is, if you're going through OpenGL, it is rasterization. But do you mean by rasterization, do you mean literally doing like mesh-based fonts, like generating a mesh of triangles from the font? Yep. Yeah, it stopped writing to console. Alright, that's to be expected. So now can I call this from there? Alright. So now let's look at reading the audio listener. So there's like a camera.main where you can get the main camera. I really feel like there should be a main audio listener function, because there's normally only one audio listener. Find the active audio listener. And that way I wouldn't need to link this to the player at all. Got a $10 keyboard and it works fine. Hell yeah, man, that's what I like to hear. You hear so much about the people who ordered stuff and it doesn't work. You never hear about the people who ordered a shitty $10 thing on Amazon and it worked fine. People are way more likely to write reviews and stuff if they're upset with it. Yeah, I guess I could find the active audio listener. Go to Walmart with 20% off. Walmart. Oh, wait. Walmart is like fun to just walk around in. Does it like literally sometimes just go to Walmart and just walk around? I actually do that with IKEA too. How am I going to get the main audio listener? I need a desk though. Got no desk. I'll get a free desk from Facebook. True. If you live near a university, you can literally get like free desks and stuff whenever people get out, or like whenever school gets out and people are moving out, and it literally costs them money to throw away things, so they just give it away for free on the curb. How do I want to do that? I am so sick, man. I have fever. Well, the fever means your body is fighting it off. It's literally killing it with fire. You know when your body burns fats, it literally is using enzymes to lower the point that it takes to like burn the hydrocarbons in the fats. Like you are literally have fire in your body on like a small molecular scale. It's kind of cool. This finds disabled listeners. Damn. I think I'm going to need to do what that does, where I track the audio listener. But at the same time, I feel like I need a system. Yeah, you know what? It's way easier if I just do a main audio listener. And then that'll keep track of it. Main audio listener. And then this will give me a way to track it with a static class. I regret getting this computer case. It's too small and heavy. Are you like regularly carrying it around or something? So what do I set this to? No, but just talking in general, it's too hard to modify. I should have gotten something bigger, at least a bit bigger, like Fractal Design Nano S. Way more classy. I'm a fan of just a box. I'm like so minimal. And just sell this one. I don't really worry about weight anymore. I actually think I used to worry about weight when I actually carried my PC places. Case is 18 liters, 4.5 kilograms. Damn. This is all steel, that's why. Yeah, that's probably why. That, man, if that is all steel, that sounds like a pretty expensive case. It was $80. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that actually doesn't sound too bad. It's not a bad case. I just worry a lot about details. A few things I don't like about this. One thing that's nice is it's fully modular and you can mod it, but it's far too small. Oh yeah, so for modding, I would definitely want a bigger case or space over that. Alright, so now this is going to be interesting. Now I have a way of accessing the main audio listener. So now I can do the audio occlusion easily. It's too simple. Look, I prefer my old case, the Corsair 250D. Do you like lights or anything on your case? Alright, I'm going to do the same thing that the culling volume did. I'm going to have one of these host a coroutine. And then that's going to do the processing. No lights, I want to get into water cooling and all that. Lighting and so on. Just too expensive. RGB. Dude, I had a laptop that there was no way to turn off the red on the keyboard, and it actually triggered me. It would be like the middle of the night and my whole room would be red because of the RGB, and it like literally annoyed my eyes. No way to turn it off. I think it was when like RGB was still first coming out for laptops and things. Hardware modification can turn off everything. That is true. How about RGB fans and such, or like a simpler style? It also technically can make stuff harder to fix. With, I guess, stuff like fans. If you're water cooling, it can complement your build well if you have a light strip. Yep. Alright. Now we can get the audio listener. I wonder if I should make view direction matter. I don't think so, because then it might make the volume change as you turn your head around. But I mean, actually, that's how audio is supposed to work. Wait. But I mean, they're already a spatial audio. I'll just do it with position to begin, and then we'll see. Alright. So yeah, I'm thinking send out 6 light rays. If it's spatial, then use the light ray that goes closest towards the object. Alright, first of all, I'm going to create a buffer for storing the result from the raycasts. I'm also thinking maybe I should put a bunch of settings of these in like a static class, so that way you don't need to set all of these. Stores distance to, or stores ray distance for each axis. Occlusion distance. I think we'll set it to like maybe 30 by default. Cast rays to calculate occlusion around audio listener. I'm just thinking how I would do this with spatial audio still. I guess I'll test it out with like the glass breaking or something. And then I guess I'll create an array of all the directions. I could actually do this in a for loop. Yeah, I'll do this in a for loop. now we track all of the raycast hit distances. I'm wondering if I should track anything about what object it hits. Or maybe the normal, but I mean that's almost getting too complicated. Try to keep it simple but effective. Alright, so now from that we can actually calculate the total occlusion. Ambient occlusion. Non-spatial audio sources. I guess I could do that right here as well. And then we'll average out the total occlusion afterwards. Okay, so that total occlusion will actually give us all we need for the ambient sources. I'm wondering what options I should have here. Like, I guess maybe you can choose how much it can get occluded, like minimum occlusion. I'll do that once I get the basic thing set up. Audio volume. I just realized though I will need like a base volume value. So we also need to track if this has an audio source. And now that I think about this, if this doesn't have an audio source, then it doesn't matter. I'm kind of excited to see how this audio occlusion works, because it could be pretty good. AO.source volume equals total occlusion. Occlusion delay. Alright, nice. So when this ray casts around, it should give about 80% volume outside because, oh wait, actually, it'll give a 5 out of 6 volume, which I think will be maybe 70%. Okay, immediately we read outside the volume. That's not a good start. What did I do? Let's see, -1. Oh, wait. This is completely wrong. That's not how you calculate all the axes of a cube. What is the for loop again to do cube? First you do one axis, then you do the other. So I'll do this like this then. I'm actually thinking if I'm going to be calculating this based off direction, I probably don't want to calculate this in here. I probably want it in an array where I can quickly compare the directions. But let's calculate this. So for the first one, so all of them are going to be I'm just going to think about this and program it. Okay. Please work. Oh my god, I think it's working. I don't think it's using logarithmic volume though. Hold on, I'm gonna look up if Unity's volume is logarithmic. Or if it's in decibels. It's a lot quieter now, which is good. Highest volume. Does it say anything about decibels? Huh. Yeah, I think I need to do it logarithmically. So it's volume decibels with logarithmic. I don't think it is. I convert dB math.log10. Linear to decibel, decibel to linear. Nice. Okay. So I think what we're looking for wait, how does this work? 10 dB divided by 20? A number between 0 and 1. It's negative 3 times 20 gives us negative 60. And then what is POW with negatives again? Oh. Oh, so negative does the inverse. So this does work. Okay, so we have to pass our value through POW 10. I'm actually thinking about this. Linear 0 to 1. So the scaling is linear 0 to 1, but the decibels and logarithm actually aren't in 0 to 1. Decibels go to 144, so I think that's what it would be. Anyways, let's try this. So if we go outside, oh, nice! It gets loudest outside. And then if we go up against the house, it gets slightly less. So actually, I don't think I should do it based off distance. I mean, actually, maybe. Huh. It never gets to 100% volume. I I guess it's like sending rays out in each direction. Sending a ray down. I should calculate this. So it's sending a ray down, which goes to like 0. Huh. Unless it's sending it up and it's not hitting something. Should still be kind of should still be louder than that. Let me debug an output what it's ray tracing. Either way, I'm happy the basic idea works. Oh, it's only doing a single direction. That explains it. So let's look at this. Modulo 2 times 2 negative 1 divided by 2 so this is 0. Oh my god, I'm doing OI++. So it's actually correct. I was just accidentally incrementing the loop. Dude, that's actually a really good system. Nice. Is there a collider on the roof? I'm actually curious if the area above the player is, can the player stand on the roof? No, they can't. Okay, so there is actually... So that means there is, there's wind sound coming from up above. I'm really happy with this system. It's like really simple, but it sounds great. I'm just looking where I want to put this box collider. I'm thinking maybe under reference. Kind of scuffed solution, but it works. Is our player going to be bumping his head now? it's not seeming to have a giant effect. Alright. It is working though. So I think I want to add a better curve. So I think each, I'm going to decide the audio occlusion settings now. Bass volume, min occlusion, or occlusion mount. Actually, wait, will both these be range 0 to 1F? Exponent. Yeah. So let's try 10. Hold on 1 second. Weird, there's like a beeping noise that sounded like it was coming from my room. I think it was coming outside though. Alright, bass volume, exclusion, Okay, let's see how the exponent works. Is volume limited to 1? Alright, I'm gonna mute this because it might be really bad. Alright, no, yeah, it limits it to 1. Okay, interesting. So we're gonna see if the exponent works alright. Yeah, I think I like the exponent system. I feel like maybe I should interpolate the volumes. Or I'm looking at a way that it doesn't make that quick flashing noise as you walk in and out. Alright. I'm pretty happy with that occlusion system so far. I'm going to try it with something local, glass breaking. How big is this house in units? How do I measure units in Unity again? Is one of these squares 1 unit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If the player is 0.5 radius across, we can see the player is about, the radius is about half of one of these blocks. So yeah, one of the blocks is 1. How do I make the grid appear and disappear? How did I do that? How do I do multiple grids at once? Alright, either way, I'm good with that wind. Let me try increasing the delay and see how this works. How much worse this makes it. So this should make some, like, make it kind of pop when you go outside. Yeah, it's less smooth. Okay, so now let's try this on another audio source. If geospatial blend spatial blend. Oh wait, I should actually multiply this by spatial blend. I guess I could do lerp. So then this other one has the, but then yeah, I shouldn't calculate these if it's not doing spatial. Let's try setting up an example audio source. I'll use that glass breaking again because it's really good for hearing. Like, it's really easy to hear and tell where it's coming from. So what is Doppler level? How much pitch is changed based off the relative velocity between audio listener and audio source? I think I can just turn this off. Base volume, occlusion exponent. I wonder if I should still do all of this. It's just going to interpolate between total occlusion. Actually, I should call this attenuation exponent. And then right here we'll do spatial volume. If spatial blend is bigger than 0, then we calculate this and then interpolate it afterwards. Alright, so now calculating this is the hard part. I think so on one hand I'm thinking of checking the closest ray, seeing what ray hit is closest to the audio source, but at the same time it should also be which one goes through the audio source. So I guess I'll try picking the closest direction. Find the one that is closest. Actually, we don't even need to find what ray is closest. We can just look at what is the largest axis on this. So now that finds the maximum axis, and then with that MI we could decide which raycast to use. So it would be MI times 2 plus whether or not the axis is negative or positive. I actually think I want to put these values into an array because it'll make it way easier to process, but I guess I'll just write it out while they're right here. Actually, honestly, no, yeah, checking it this way is the best way. I wish there was... Oh my god, you can access it. Dude, you can access the indexes of the vectors? When did Unity add this? This isn't normally something you can do in C#. But that's so nice. It actually makes sense because Unity does C++ behind the scenes. Alright, so this actually makes this so much easier. So now we do and then we can actually calculate it like this, doing plus steer mi. If it's smaller than 0, okay, so if it's positive, then it'll actually be +1, otherwise it'll be +0. Nice, okay, so that gives us the closest ray direction. And then we also will have a magnitude from this. So I think we want to calculate how close this distance is to the distance to our spatial audio source. So so doing divided by would give us the distance to. Doing distance to minus occlusion will give us negative. Doing occlusion minus magnitude. Yep, okay. Occlusion minus magnitude is what we're going for, I'm thinking. And then divided by occlusion distance, which should be the maximum that occlusion can be. And then this can sometimes be negative. So we do max 0. Okay. Let's see this. Let's see how this works. I'm kind of skeptical of this. I don't think it's going to work that great. But we will try it. So first of all, actually, let's try it without the occlusion. And then when you go outside, there's no difference. Now with occlusion, it's immediately, so it actually gets more quiet when you go close to it. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna compare the vectors to make sure it's actually the proper direction. But it actually, you can't hear it anymore when you go outside. But it doesn't get that much brighter. It's like the most brightest right here for whatever reason. Huh. Maybe I need to take the distance just on that axis. Because I know it actually is selecting the right axis here. Could also be the way I'm calculating right now, where if the occlusion is smaller than the distance, it's always 0. I think I should do... Let's see, if I did occlusion divided by magnitude, then it will scale down, I think, more gradually. Alright, now it has literally no occlusion. So what's happening? So if occlusion is like 10, and the distance to the thing is like 5, then 10 divided by 5 is going to be like 2. So if it's closer than where the ray's hitting, yeah, man, I feel like this is actually wrong. Let's debug this. Oh my god. I never enabled the element. So the biggest one is Z, which ends up as 4, which is correct. Biggest one is negative X. Positive X, yeah, it's working. Oh my god, it's actually working. I can't believe it's working. I just had it disabled. Oh my god. So why does it get louder at the corner here? It aligns with the plane and none of them... Ah. So I guess I won't even do any It works pretty good here. Like, you go behind the wall and it gets noticeably less quiet. Yeah, that's my system. So the bug right now is that it works when you're standing right against the wall, but when you go to a corner, it actually gets louder because it's doing the raycast just for each axis. So I'm thinking now how I can hack that. I'm thinking it's actually not a huge deal. You'd have to do it between the player and the sound sources. Yeah. You can raycast, see if you're obstructed from the outside. Yeah, my goal is to find an actual... I want to try to think of an actual way that I can do this with just simple raycasting. Right now, I'm already happy with it. Like, it does work pretty good. Having, like, a little bug like this isn't the end of the world. I'm gonna think though, because I swear there's a little hack you could do to at least make it so that it's not as like prevalent. Because this is what's really bad, is when you go from right here to right here and it immediately gets louder. Almost makes it sound like the glass is coming from out there. Alright. I'm gonna go do some stuff though. Yeah. I think pretty successful development stream. Like, I'm making progress. I'm definitely learning stuff. And like, this is all stuff like the audio I was saying. I've been meaning to figure this out for a while now, if Unity can do like this full spatial audio. And yeah, so far it's nothing like a horror game. There's no scary parts or anything yet, but hopefully we'll actually get... I think tomorrow we'll finally start designing a forest, because that is the next thing after this house, is designing the environment. We're gonna start by building like a creek. I already have a pretty good plan for it. We're gonna build like a creek going through, and then you're gonna get weaved through a forest before getting lost. And yeah, and then things start getting really scary. Pretty simple. Will you use the default grass system? Probably not. Maybe a little bit, but not much. So the type of forest I'm thinking is there's not going to be much grass. Under a lot of the trees and things, it's going to be like branches and brush. Like, you honestly don't see grass that much in actual forests or the wild. But I probably will use a little bit of Unity's grass. But I will also be manually placing them. This is very cool, man. Thank you. I think most of the stuff I'm doing now is programming. So the cool stuff is that this could be applied to other games, and like I'm learning all the stuff that, like, this isn't just for a horror game. You can apply this stuff to so much other stuff. Looks like an RPG. Thank you. This is actually supposed to be like, this beginning of the game is supposed to be the opposite of horror. It's supposed to like make you feel at home, and then immediately the game's gonna throw you into a scary forest that is nothing like a safe box. Should be, hopefully will be pretty cool. Honestly though, like, I'm impressed just with the fire. Like, it sounds so stupid, but like, just getting a nice little fireplace with a light flickering just feels good. It's simple, but that's what you need. Alright, it's nice having that glass breaking, or not having that glass breaking in the background anymore. Alright, bye-bye. I gotta go. I might stream again tonight. I've been doing a lot of streams of this game development because I'm feeling Unity now. I'm like, I've gotten into it. I've just kind of like, I've settled. And yeah, interactive. That's the key thing, is making it interactive now, not just a walking simulator. Alright, bye-bye. I'm really gonna go. I'll see you around. Have a good day, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. I'm always around on Discord if you want to talk. Bye-bye.